The Alters, a brand new sci-fi survival game developed and published by 11-Bit Studios, sees you exploring an emotional sci-fi experience with a unique blend of adventure, survival, and base building elements. The game will see you playing as Jan Dolski, a simple worker who creates alternative versions of himself in a desperate attempt to escape a deadly planet where the sun's rays can obliterate anything in their path. Now, this game doesn't have a release date yet. It is rumoured to be released Q1 of 2025, but there is a Steam page available and you can wishlist it now. This is quite unique. I love what I've seen so far on this, especially some of those building aspects. The building aspects look really, really odd, and I don't know how to explain it. But it's a single-player game, and it's action, strategy, and management. There is sort of base management aspects to this, as well as a slight building system. It's not the traditional survival building game where you slap down foundations and put up a massive house. No, there is a big twist to the building of this. But before we get further into it, subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video, and stick around for much more survival content. If you are a fan of RPG games, make sure you check out the second channel, where we're currently covering a lot of Starfield stuff, and we'll be covering some other bits and bobs over there too in the coming weeks. Let's check out The Alters and see what the game's all about. Here is the trailer.
You real? More real than you, I'm afraid. So, where's the captain? I told you, everyone died. Oh, this is insane. What a trip. It's not a trip. It's reality. Your new reality.
Are we brothers or something?
We have the same DNA, but we led separate lives.
What the hell?
Calm down. You're not the original Jan, but that doesn't mean you can't be important.
Like, you look like me, but also not like me. What the fuck did you drug me with, man?
No, you're not hallucinating. Remember who you are.
My name is Jan Dolski, but I'm seeing fucking double. You should worry about that.
Now that looks awesome, and from what I've seen so far, that sounds pretty damn cool, and it is definitely unique, something I've not seen before in a game. It's a very, very base mix of sort of The Sims and a normal survival game. You do create alternate versions of yourself. Depending on how you configure those alternate versions of yourself, they'll be able to perform different tasks. And you'll be able to build your base. You will have to continue to expand it, similar to something like Fallout Shelter, as you create more and more versions of yourself. Now, you can assign these versions of yourself to various parts of your base to keep it moving and running. Now, that is right, the base does move. Part of the actual gameplay loop itself is moving your base to various new locations. Everything is built inside that giant wheel system and will come around the map with you to gather various resources, but it's not as simple as just getting in it and moving it around. You will have to find and create the right path for your base to move along. Whether there's going to be unintended consequences of that, we're not 100% sure yet. Will you destroy the base if you try and take it certain areas? Don't know. I don't know if you can actually get in behind the wheel and drive the base as such, or whether you course its path and then it follows that course to however you've designed it. Not 100% sure, but I do love the way that this is looking. It looks awesome. I'm quite excited to see how it goes. 11-Bit Studios also have a pretty decent reputation. They've made games like Frostpunk, so pretty cool. They've got a good reputation of games that are sort of sim related, so I think there's going to be a lot of sim aspects to the actual game itself, which I'm quite excited for. Now, the Steam page is full of loads of awesome stuff, and we've seen some pretty good stuff in the trailers already. But you will be taking the role of Jan Dolski, an everyday man facing impossible odds on a distant planet, with important choices from the past in order to save yourself in the present by creating new versions of yourself to complete tasks impossible to tackle as one man. You must build relationships with these alters, as they're called. So the replications of yourself are named alters, and these guys have their own conscience. They get confused. They don't understand why you are there and why they're there. So you build a relationship with them and improve upon that to make them a little bit better. And the choices that you make do have an impact on the game as well. So, quite cool. I'm very, very, very excited, and it looks awesome. Now, we will use the planet itself to mine resources and keep the base running at optimum conditions. And when we are moving the base, we'll be moving it out of those deadly rays from the sun. So it is going to be very dark and dingy. If you are seeing a lot of sunlight, then, well, you're probably dead. So that's going to be interesting. Now, there's a lot of exploration in this. We will be exploring the planet for valuable resources to continue to upgrade and maintain the base itself. Now, the base itself, as you can see, is a giant wheel which rotates and moves around. I don't know if we'll be able to control it. I hope we can control it, and it looks awesome. It looks like we'll be able to build all sorts of wacky and wonderful things. How we'll be able to do these modules, I'm not 100% sure. Whether we'll be able to fine-tune the interior of them, or whether it's just building modular little bits here and there, which improve base's output, capacity, and expands the storyline. I do like the idea of having sort of like the Fallout shelter aspect of it, as well as that exploration of being able to go out and explore the distant planet. After you've crash landed and you are stranded alone, you are trapped with no way out. But building this base and expanding your altars makes things a lot easier. Now, there is a race against time. The planet is slowly turning towards the giant sun. So the radiation levels will quickly climb and reach critical levels. To survive on the planet, you must remain on the move. It's much easier said than done. The planet is inhospitable, filled with many obstacles, which you will have to figure out how to come alongside your altars. You'll be able to move across barren landscapes, but you will need food, fuel, and other resources to expand and progress further. Your base will be able to extract resources directly from the surface of the planet, but you will have to find them, and the time is running out as you do so. So you can get trapped and stuck. You will have to make sure you've got enough time to get through everything. And I do love the idea of having that giant sort of multiverse in the background as well. Survival game with a lot of storyline to it. There's not many survival games out there that have a really defined storyline other than sort of finding notes and elements dotted around. So I do like the idea of this game. It's something that's very, very different. Developers have a really good track record. So looking good so far. What do you guys think? Do you like the idea of altars? At the moment, we have no more news than that, but I will keep an eye out. I'm going to keep looking, and we'll update a video every sort of month or so if we get some new stuff. I will be playing this if I can get my hands on it early. I'm not 100% sure. There was apparently a demo, but I missed that. I think that was when I was getting married and took some time off. So the marriage is already ruined, and gaming is terrible. Missing so many gaming moments. But hopefully there is another demo soon. It's not released until the first quarter of 2025, so we've still got a good sort of 3 to 4 months until this game does come out. But as and when there is more news, we'll have updates on it, and we'll do some more breakdowns between now and then. If that sounds good, subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video, and stick around for much more of The Altars and other survival games. For now, though, I've been Wired. You've been awesome. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.